Hey, welcome back, and welcome if you're new. There's been a bunch of new subscribers in the last few days, so welcome. I'm guessing you are here because of my dog riding post and my Camp NaNoWriMo, so welcome. I hope you enjoy. This video is going to be kind of a combination of the content that appears on this channel. I did some training with my dogs this morning, and I'm getting some really good writing work done, and I'm going to kind of talk about how I'm approaching life post Camp NaNoWriMo with my work and a little bit of a studio vlog kind of thing. I hope you enjoy it. This is the first time I've attempted to do something like this on this channel, so if you don't like it, also feel free to let me know that. Instead of just unsubscribing, I'm trying to sort of figure out how to balance all the content I'm making on this channel that is all connected, at least in my head. So the first thing I'm going to do, as you know if you watched one of my last videos, is that I won Camp NaNoWriMo. Yay! So I got 50,000 words of a new dog lover novel that's really different than anything I've ever written, and I am going to do the next step, which for me is printing it out. Dun, dun, dun. I'm opening it up right now. It is single-spaced, 95 pages. It is 58,387 words, and I wrote all but about 400 of those words during Camp NaNoWriMo, and I didn't count the words that I had previously written in my 50,000 word count. So I'm going to hit print. Let's see, I'll bring you with me to the printer. How about that? Let us journey to the floor. This is called Writer's Life. This is my writing room, studio, office. And the printer is on the floor under my desk. What is on the printer right now? Let's see how much paper is in the printer. There's definitely not enough to print 95 pages in there. So we're going to go to the closet and get paper. Dun, dun, dun. I also need to pack some books orders up. I was in the closet, which is why the door was open and the light is on. That is not normally what I do. And right now I'm also going to grab a binder. All right. Let's go back to the printer. Okay. So we're going to add a whole bunch of paper. I am the kind of writer that prints a lot. I do feel bad about my environmental impact of my printing, but I can't not print. Ew. There's grease on my chair. It's one of those, like, it goes up and down IKEA chairs. Good thing I have wet wipes. And it has, like, the grease from the chair pieces that make it move. Always keep wet wipes in your office. Writing tip. Because then you don't go somewhere else. If you have a writing space that you work, keep wet wipes. Because then you don't go somewhere else to do things like when you get something weird and it's kind of sticky on your hand. All right, let's hit print on this. And then we'll get chatting while we're doing that. Printer under Sassafras' desk. Okay. That's what our printer is called. It should go. Let's see what's on the printer right now and why it's sitting there. So this is a dog poem I wrote. I just leave things on my printer sometimes for longer than I should. This is a poem I wrote that I shared with my patrons. I have a Patreon. Information about that is in the description box, and I share all kinds of new work with them all the time. So this was shared with my patrons late last week or beginning of this week. Oh, my press card for the Dog Writers Association of America. I should cut that out and put that in my wallet. Ooh, and this is really cool. So this is related actually completely to Camp NaNoWriMo. So one of the things that I really like to do when I finish a draft, and especially when I finish a rough draft, and let me tell you, the draft I wrote of the novel, Rooftop Kennel Club, which was my Camp NaNoWriMo project, look at it printing right now. That's the book happening right now. I mean, a really rough draft. Extra rough. One of the things I like to do is to create word clouds. So if you're unfamiliar with them, there's a ton of websites that'll do it for free. This one, I don't even know what page it was. It doesn't even say. I just printed it off their website. But you just plug in all of your text, and it will create a cloud, and the bigger the words are, the more frequently they appear. So I just printed it black and white for this, but here is one based on the current very rough draft of the novel I wrote for Camp NaNoWriMo. So I'm going to print it out right now, and then I'm going to put it in this binder. I had an extra binder sitting around, and I threw my Camp NaNoWriMo winner certificate just in the front, and I'm actually going to throw this word cloud in the back, just as some inspiration. I like that. It's helpful to me to have a dedicated binder for any given project. So while this prints, and eventually it will go in here, my next step will be, once it is printed, to read through it. So I'm going to read through it with highlighters, with sticky notes, and I'm going to start the restructuring. So what I know is that I wrote a novel completely out of order, which I do sometimes with books. Sometimes I write very strictly based on an outline, and sometimes I do like what I did with this, where I have a concept and an idea and usually a pretty strong sense of character, and I write disconnected scenes that then I have to, like a big puzzle, put back together. So that's what I did with this novel, and the easiest way for me to put those pieces back together is going to be on paper, because I'm just best that way. It's how my brain works the best. I'm also going to grab, this is my Rooftop Kennel Club little notebook. This was super cheap. I got this pack of these notebooks at IKEA maybe 6 months ago, 10 months ago, something like that. And I used this during Camp NaNoWriMo and right around through, I guess right before, but mostly during Camp NaNoWriMo, to just jot down any ideas, any thoughts I had about characters or plot or story ideas or inspiration of any kind. Any notes about the writing process went into here. So I'm actually going to put this, it's kind of big for it, but just in the front pocket, so that everything for Rooftop Kennel Club at this stage will live in this little binder once it's printed out. And then that will let me sort of have a project that lives together. Organization of my writing projects is key. I have to know where things are, and I need them all together in a way that makes sense, at least for me, because I'm working on so many things at the same time. If you're new to my channel, I do have 8 books in print, and I'm a full-time freelance writer. I write for all the leading dog magazines, and I write for local dog magazines, and I'm also a graduate student in an MFA program. So I write constantly on a ton of different deadlines, on a ton of different topics, and I need to keep organized. So for me, every project having its own folder system is the way that I navigate that. This is getting there in the printing department very slowly. What is this? Oh, this is a sticker from AWP, writing conference that I presented at in March, and I don't know why it's on the floor. It probably hasn't been on the floor since March, I can guarantee that. So while this is finishing printing, let's prep orders. Okay, so we had some printer malfunction. Hopefully that is fixed now. I hear it coming back on. That's good. Printing the book out, and now we're going to do a little bit of packing orders up and books that need to get sent. This is my fabulous art wall. There are lots of dogs on it. We're going to go into the closet. All right, so I just did a big closet reorganization yesterday, and specifically so that I could have, these are mailers that I already pulled out, these 2 shelves already set up for books, which is really exciting. I'm super excited to have all this great closet space. Also have a bunch of office supplies and button makers, good stuff here for merch and things. I made these really cool Introvert Circus dog buttons as part of the pre-order for my book Healing, which is a hybrid lyric essay indie release that came out in May. So these are my bookshelves. It's very exciting. So I have all things connected to the books here, all 8 of my books in print, 1 copy of my oldest book, Kicked Out, my novel, Roving Pack, which is my first novel, and I'm actually grabbing one of these because I sold one online, a signed copy. All my books are available at indie bookstores. Some are in Barnes & Nobles for my more mainstream small press books. Obviously, all of them are on Amazon. And I do sell signed copies of some of my books on my website. So I sold a copy of Roving Pack. That's going off to the UK, which I hope my postage is correct for that one. And what else do I have to go out? I need to send... So this is Tricks. So this is Roving Pack. This is my novel Lost Boy, which is a retelling of Peter Pan. Here is my picture book, William to the Rescue. Bedtime Stories for Rescue Dogs. Here is A Little Christmas Carol. Healing, showed you. And Leather Ever After. I also have both of my business cards. Actually, I have a bunch more of these in a box up here. These are my super cute dog author business cards. These are my LGBTQ queer author business cards. All direct to the same places, pretty much, but important to have. Stickers, Lambda Literary Finalist stickers. A Little Queer Miss Carol was a Lambda Literary Finalist. Lost Boy was a Lambda Literary Finalist. And Kicked Out was a Lambda Literary Finalist. And then up here is this gorgeous stack of all the copies that I got, author copies from my publisher of Tricks in the City. And I need to send out 3 copies to press. Not to press, to the person who wrote the forward and then for media stuff. So I am going to prep those, and I'm going to, I have different kinds of bubble mailers over here, and I'm just going to grab an extra one of those, and we can get some mailing done. Okay, so I have it off the printer. Here it is. I think that one of the reasons I just love printing out, I love that I was showing you this, like it looked like empty. Printing out a draft like this is that it makes such a difference in my own head about understanding how much work I've done, the scope of a project, all that good stuff. So I'm going to hole punch this, oops, and put it in this binder, and then I'll be able to flip through it. But it really, really helps. I have my highlighters ready. I have some sticky notes ready. I have a bunch of cute sticky notes. And I'm going to just go to town and start figuring out how to break it apart. That, for me, is the biggest piece of advice. Print your work out. Look at it. Get markers. Get messy. And start to sort of piece together what it should look like. If you would like to see more editing type videos about this dog novel as I work on it, let me know in the comments. I have my mail ready to go. I have some postcards for my patrons I need to send. I have my return labels for my P.O. box that I'm going to stick on the mailers that I'm prepping to go out. I'm going to have to make a post office run tomorrow to mail. Aren't these so cute? This is my author photo with my 3 dogs on it. My P.O. box. I'm going to have to make a P.O. box run tomorrow, or P.O. box, a post office run tomorrow, and actually go in because I need to do customs forms because I'm sending a book to the United Kingdom, which is great, and I'm excited to do that. My post office here is super nice. It's not dog friendly. That's the only bummer about it. I can't take the dogs, but it is super nice compared to my post office when I lived in New York. My downtown Manhattan post office, where my P.O. box was really nice. But my local post office in Brooklyn, where I mailed a lot of books, not so nice. All right. So I have the mailers ready. I have the books out. I'm going to prep those. But I think I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to end out this video with some training clips of what I've been doing with the dogs. The dogs are actually, none of them are in here right now, which is kind of shocking. Charlotte, you want to come say bye to the people? Charlotte! Really? Charlotte, come! I hear her. She's coming from the other side of the house. Good girlie. Come on, baby. before she was sleeping. Oh, I feel bad now. Hi, Muffin. Hi. Hi. Hi, Sleepy. Were you just sleeping? Were you just sleeping? She often hangs in here and helps me with editing stuff. But you're tired. We took a long walk this morning. And she is still recovering from her herniated disc. She is graduated from physical therapy though, and we go back for our final recheck next week. She's doing real good. Yeah. Oh. She's gonna take out the edge of my chair, you're seeing. She's gonna take a nap. Huh. Are you down for the count? Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end this video with some training clips. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you have not already subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I hope you enjoy this mashup of dog training, author tube, day in my life as a working writer. And I'll see you real soon. Bye.